Let's talk about email list building for yoga teachers. And this is a topic that is near and dear to me only because I resisted so long to start an email list. I didn't listen to the professionals, the experts back in the day. And when I finally did, it literally changed everything. Creating an email list is the foundation to everything you do for marketing and business. You need an email list, whether you are an in person yoga teacher, studio owner, or just a yoga teacher on the side doing it for a hobby, or if you are an online yoga teacher, or whatever you are, whatever kind of business you're in, you need an email list. And if you have not started, start today. And I am going to recommend my email list building course. I have an online course that I created last year, I think, and really have revamped some of the trainings and webinars about email list building because it's so important. So I took all the great information out, taught you how to do it in a very simple way, as well as a little bit more on beyond list building when it comes to writing emails and marketing. So you can check it out at the link I have posted in the description. It's email list building basics for yoga teachers. Pretty simple. I keep it very clear what I'm teaching to everyone. But if you don't want to buy something or if you don't want to invest yet, you want to get started, I'm going to share with you what I would do or what I have done as an online yoga teacher looking to build my email list right here and right now in this today age. Okay? So follow along. And if you get any ideas or inspiration from this, awesome. Okay. My real and true thought is that we are done with general yoga practice guides. So, the ultimate guide to starting your yoga practice at home. Eh, it's too general. And most people, that's what they start with. It's okay, but it's still not specific enough because it's not reaching the beginner or the person who doesn't realize that they need to be practicing yoga. So, can we take yoga out of it just a little bit, but get more specific? And if you are reaching an audience of yoga practitioners and teachers, then sure, you might want to have yoga be a part of this freebie, this thing, this incentive that you give to people to join your email list. And of course, the first thing I have to say about starting an email list is you could simply ask for people's email addresses and start it that way. It can be pen and paper. It can be on a spreadsheet. It can be a simple opt-in form. You can create one with Google Forms. It can just say, give me your email address. But if you're looking for more beyond friends and family, you're going to have to incentivize them or give them something in return. So there's this give and take feeling. We both feel like we're getting something. And the email address is their form of payment. So they give you the email address, which is super valuable, and then you give them something in return. And it could be a video, it could be a downloadable, a printable, a workbook. It could be many things. It could be a series of emails. It could be a challenge, a checklist. So the list goes on and on. But I'm going to speak to the person who is absolutely just beginning beyond friends and family. What would you do just as a starting point? Okay, so this is what I would do. I would first understand the importance of email lists. So important because it's the one list that you own completely. You own it. You can transfer it from software to software if you need to. People have opted in. It's not going to go anywhere. You have it. Whereas social media, you don't own your followers. The Instagram algorithm and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, all the places, they could shut down. You could get hacked. You could lose your followers. I mean, there's all sorts of things that could happen. Your Facebook group could just be, gone, disappeared, and you can't really do anything about it. So it's important to get the email addresses from those who are on social media and who are following so that you have that as a backup, but also the best way for direct contact with your potential students and clients. Because an email, from what I've heard, now, statistically speaking, I don't know the true statistics, but you'll make at least 20 times more sales sending an email versus making a Facebook post with the same amount of views. Okay, so email it is. And if you ask any other person in business who's doing well and who is successful, they're going to also say how important an email address or an email list is, just like I am. And my business is doing great. And it's all thanks to email mostly. Yes, I'm on social media, but they could disappear tomorrow and it would not be a big deal. So email list, here we go. So here's what I would do. I know I've been talking a while, but here's what I did and would do. First of all, I think about the class that I teach. I teach a class called Morning Movement and Meditation on Zoom every weekday at 6 a.m. my time. And what makes it unique? So I would brainstorm all of this out, which I've done. And what makes it unique is that I offer this unique 3-part series in this class. It has head to toe stretching, sun salutations, and meditation. Now, if I'm going to reach people who don't know much about yoga or I want them to get started, I'm not going to teach them the yoga aspect of it because they may not really quite grasp the fact that they should do yoga or it's a little intimidating. So the other unique thing about this class is that every single day I pull out an affirmation card or I pick a specific theme. Usually it's an affirmation. And I use those affirmations every day, and it makes the class feel a little bit different, even though it's very similar day to day. So I thought, in regards to not yoga, but something that can help more people that's specific is affirmations. So I pulled that piece and I thought this would make a great incentive for someone to join my email list to then later be invited to my class. So here's what I did. I created a guide. Let's go to it. I created this guide right here. It's not really a guide. It's more like just a PDF list. So you could give a video, a PDF, anything that you can download. Like I said, there's lots of options. I prefer PDFs because they're quickly downloadable. Someone can access them immediately. I don't have to be there live. It's not a lot of effort. Plus, it's accessible on any device. So you don't need a lot of time to look through it. You can go through it in a couple minutes and get something from it. And here's the format that I use, and I talk about this in my email list building course, is I've got the title, cover photo. I have a welcome section that also gives a call to action to work with me or to join my classes. And in this, I just say how to use these affirmations. Here are a few ways. Welcome. Here's how I use them. And then the next pages are affirmations that are printable. So I have just 4 pages of 100 affirmations. It's a whole list. I think this is so highly valuable, and I would definitely join someone's email list for this to use in my classes. So this can be either for teachers or for people who just want positivity in their life, who want to start a gratitude journal, who want it for many different reasons. So it's not just for people who are going to join my morning class. It's not specific to that, but that's it. I don't go above and beyond. On the last page, I say, thanks for downloading this. Here are some ways that you can join my classes or my membership, and that's it. So what I see a lot of us is adding too much information inside of our giveaways, our incentives. We're like, oh, if we have these 100 affirmations, I should also add my class sequence in there. I should also add tips for getting on Zoom and also add all these things. And it becomes really overwhelming. So if we can pare it back even more and just pick one thing, a very simple thing, pull that out only and add that as an incentive, this could be something that I very easily then promote to the people in my audience or in my groups or on social media and say you can download it on my website. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's actually go to how to connect it to something. So I've designed this PDF. If you don't know where to design things or don't know how, go look up some canva.com tutorials, canva.com. Use an 8.5 by 11 document and go through with some templates if you want, formatting, or you can even hire a designer if you've got the text, the checklist, the whatever it is, if you've got the text, the photos, and the content. Now for my content, I actually used the help of ChatGPT. That's AI. So I asked it to give me some affirmations that are unique and then a few more. And I played around with a few. I got rid of some duplicates and I went back and forth a few times. And it was actually really helpful. And of course, I looked through everything because it's not perfect, but I did get the help from ChatGPT. And this took me under an hour to create. And that's kind of the rule too, is it should take you less than 3 hours to create something like this that you're going to give away for free. And the person watching or viewing, it should take them less than 30 minutes to actually get something from it. Okay. So after I've created that PDF, that downloadable, I actually have it then in a form, or I've connected it to a form. So somebody could go to this form. This is a landing page form. It's very simple. It's nothing, it's just one of the design templates I have on my email system. Someone would type in their name, their email address, and then get the download. And I'm actually going to do that just as an example. And it says, success, now check your email to download your affirmations. And I have this then connected to an email that automatically spits out at them. And this email is affirmations inside. Thanks for signing up for your affirmations. Click this button to get your affirmations PDF. And then I list other ways to work with me. This email is so important because it is the most clicked on email you will ever send. It will have the highest click rate or open rate of any email. It's that first email to get the thing. I usually don't have my forms go directly to the download. Instead, I have them check their email to get it. But this will take them directly to the download right here. Okay, so this button takes them to the download. This button also ensures that they open the email, which is important for email list building, for people to open it and actually interact with it. So if they click on this button, it confirms that they are now signed up and they get the thing they wanted, right? And that's it. So I have it connected to a form that gives them an automatic email. And from there, I could even send additional emails in a sequence later on. So the next day I might follow up and say, how'd you like it? Or were you able to download it? And the next day or two later, I could say, ready to try a class? Or maybe I could just give them more and say, here is a free class recording you can try. If you're interested, join me live later on. Right? So there's a lot we can do here. And then they're on my list until they unsubscribe. If they unsubscribe, no big deal. They're off my list. I don't stress about it. Okay, so that's how I create a lot of my email list building freebies or incentives or lead magnets. It's really simple guides or really simple checklists or simple workbooks or downloadables that aren't really fancy, but they help supplement something else. So my affirmations list is going to supplement some of the videos that I put out on YouTube. So if I end up sharing my morning yoga practice on YouTube, or how I sequence my morning movement class, or any other kind of videos I put up about my morning yoga class, I can then go back and say, download my 100 affirmations, check it out here. I could pin that in my YouTube comment section of all my videos. I could put it in the description. I can share this on Facebook. I can share this in, the link could be in my link in bio on Instagram. And on Instagram, maybe I do like a full month of just talking about affirmations, taking one at a time and sharing them in a reel or a post or in a carousel. There's a bunch of ways I could do this. If I just took that one piece, is the affirmations concept of sharing, affirmations to boost positivity. And maybe then I take it to some stories or relatability and talk about how I tend to be a negative person and I don't want to be, or how depression runs in my family and how I combat that with affirmations, gratitude, and appreciation. So there's a lot here that you can do. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to make your own list of affirmations. What I am telling you is that the more specific you get, the one thing you grasp onto really opens up your world for an easier time for marketing, promoting, and building your email list. The more specific you get, the better it will be for you and for everyone. And then later on, after I'm done talking about affirmations for a while, I might then talk about something else. Maybe I talk about the power of meditation or guided meditation scripts for teachers and for those who are getting into meditation for beginners. There's a lot out there. So when you get specific, remember, you're not trying to get specific and have this be your entire business. Instead, it is just the one thing that you're sharing right now that makes you different and unique from everyone else who is sharing the ultimate guide to yoga, the ultimate guide to starting a practice. Still good to have that ultimate guide, but how can you get even more micro specific? So, and I just walked you through the basic process of how I do my email list building, from start to finish. I create a guide, a checklist, something. Let's walk through that again, shall we? I created a PDF guide that I want people to download. After that, I attach it to a form. So as soon as someone inputs their name and email to this form, they get an email in their inbox. This button is linked to the downloadable PDF. And after that, they have it and I can now email them. Now there's a lot more to it other than that. So I also tag them so I know that they've downloaded this specific thing. I might segment an email to just this group of people if I needed to. Maybe I have the affirmations people versus the chakra download people. Like I have those separate, so they might get separate emails. And I might even create a email sequence that goes out automatically at a predetermined time based on when they signed up. So this stuff is so fun to learn. I do recommend checking out my email list building basics course if you are not enrolled in it yet. If you are enrolled or if you are part of my membership, you have access to this. So go ahead and check it out because it has how many lessons? Let's just go real quick. It's got a bunch of lessons from the setup to creation to connecting, promoting, not just email, but you could use this lesson to promote anything, and then beyond list building. So it's got a lot of great stuff in there. And if you don't know about email list building yet, you definitely should. And I hope you have a lot of fun with it because it's something I enjoy doing. It's fun to learn and to try something new and different. So each of us has something unique about us that we can share. And it's your job to figure out what that is and share it with the world. And I'm so excited for you when you do. So there you have it. Good luck. You can either do this on your own or I can help you out. So there'll be a couple more links down below to check out if you're interested in working with me for email list building or other reasons. Business building, website building, YouTube. We do a lot of that stuff here. All right. Hope you enjoyed.